Hey, MG. Glad to see you here. Straighten up this phone. Hey, Leah. Yeah, MG made it in before you did. Alright. Let's move this over here. How you both doing tonight? I just came from Joel's stream. I gotta trim this sucker up and put a handle on it. You know, I'm going to be honest, getting a little tired of people chatty attitudes. I'm home today to see my dog chew up all my dryer sheets. Oh my goodness. I bet he had fresh breath. He probably smelled good too. But other than that, okay. I'm better with my attitude now. Hi, Adrian. 13. Can't say I'm liking this lid too much, but you can see how it kind of a little wavy on me. But I suppose it won't be too bad. I'm not talking about anyone here. Chatting like a child, but just experience. I've gotten way better with arguing. I'm running in at the store, but lurking. Okay. There we go. I think I need to put a line, some lines on this thing. Right about there. Right about here. We need to get a handle. So because I threw this upside down, I need to put a handle on it. So I'm simply going to attach one like this. I'm going to throw a handle on the top of this lid. I'm happy with my schedule is fixed so I can watch you guys on time like today. That's awesome. I'm glad. We appreciate you, tuning in. Man, that's plenty wet. That's nice. Oh, hi, Gail. How you doing, Gail? Glad to see you're in here. Name update T3. Awesome. Awesome, Gail. What'd you think? I had a little problem with this lid last night. And I'm still contemplating about just making it again. But I think it'll be alright. It's a little bit wavy around the side, but it's not super bad. So we'll see. Alright. Gotta clean this wheel out a little bit. Got a lot going on down here. Kind of like when I'm watching football. You might have yelled at me a little. What am I making? I gotta put this handle on top of this lid. And then I'm gonna make some butter bells. Because everybody needs a butter bell. Marcus, how you doing? Good to see you in here. And that's how I'll put the handle on top of my lid. I don't have a butter bell. Didn't know what they were until I saw you make one. Yeah. If you like soft butter, it's the way to go, I'm telling you. It keeps the butter fresh for sure. Alright, I'm going to have to let this guy dry a little bit. I do want to put a pattern around here. But I already smoothed them out, and I really don't want to take a sponge back over them yet. So we're going to let him just like that. Let him dry just a little bit, and we'll come back to him. But anyhow, that's the dome lid for the pot. Let me get the pot. I do like soft butter. I'm always nuking it. Yeah, for sure. So here's the dish I made for it, for the lid. So I think that turned out all right. Nice baking dish. I do want to put handles on the side of this before it gets too dry on me. And I don't think, I don't think it's too dry. I think it's all right. We're going to try it anyhow. I'll put some slip on it. Thank you. He's just an innocent guy who likes to do pottery unless you put him on war mode. Yes, if we don't behave in the chat, that's what happens for sure. This is a family-friendly pottery channel. That's what I like to think of it as. Because decades down the road, or even centuries down the road, who knows, I might still be on the interwebs, and my great-great-great-grandkids might say, hey, look here. We're related to him. So I like to keep it innocent, you know? Let's see. How am I going to make these handles? Should I make them flat? Yeah, let's make them flat. Let's make these handles flat. Tell you what. Let's pull this off of here for now. Let's make some handles. I just don't have anything really but my hands right here. Flatten the center a little. Do twisted coils. I could do twisted coils. That would look good with the glaze going over top of them for sure. Alright, Gail. Let's do twisted coils. Although, Gail, I should have, if I was going to do that, I probably should have made the handle on the lid twisted as well. You know that. I got you. I got you. Let's do twisted coils and we'll flatten it out a little bit. See, it's good to grip. I haven't done any of these for a long time, Gail. Let's start with that amount first. And then I think what we do, this ain't even really long enough. I know what I want to do. I'm not sure I have something I can do it with. Let's do this, right? Right, Miss Gail? Kind of like that. Is that how you would do them? Kind of like that. I don't like that either, though. Let's try another way. You just twist them. Yeah. It comes back to you. Hi, Joe. You all done already? Doing some pretty nice stuff there tonight. I think I got a little too thin. Loving the ribs, but it kind of feels like cheating. It's all right, Joe. I mean, you know, everybody has their thing, right? And I don't think it's cheating. Actually, I think it's a pretty cool idea that you come up with to do that, because you could probably make a living selling those daggone things. Alright, so I think I got the idea of what I want to do here. But I don't care for I don't care for that. I'm not doing it right, Gail. Just another tool. That's right. That's right, and that's the way to look at it, Joel. It's another tool, you know? Alright, so if I start out with this, I'm sort of, you probably just go like that, Gail, right? But I'm not gonna. Let's just do this whole thing once. Slowly twist this thing up. Kind of like that. Kind of like that, Gail. Thank you guys, laugh out loud. I've been a bit heady about it. I wouldn't worry about it at all. Not at all, Joel. Let's see. I'm looking at this. Gail, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with my flat handles, and I will do this next time because I really think that the lid I made should have the same coil on it. I'm afraid if I do coils on these handles, it's not going to match the lid. Always braids his handles. It's his thing, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that first, Gail, and then, I mean, I'll end up making another one of these, but I do like the twisted look, though. You could do a braid, you're right. Yeah, I could make smaller coils and then braid it in. And I could do that too. There's so many things you can do, you know. I just want to make sure that the lid matches the handle I put on the top of the lid matches the handles on the piece. So these I'm going to make kind of simple looking because the handle on top of the lid looks simple. Because to be quite honest with you, Gail, I got to practice the twisting thing. I just got to practice it. Well, doggone, that looks perfect. Well, looky there. See, Joel, I'm going to cheat already. That's how I'm going to make my handles. But I don't think it's cheating. You know, it's just something that's going to help you. That's really what I'm getting at, is it just helps. Doesn't make anybody a better or worse potter in my eyes. All right, let's try that. Felt like kindergarten doing that. All right, so I do need to flatten these out. They're a little bit too thick. Once I get them on there, I'll fiddle with them a little bit and make them look better. But for now, they're pretty good, the same size, I think. So let's get this off of here. Get this back here. And what we'll do is we'll end up putting these on kind of like this. Kind of like that. To give you a better handhold when you're pulling this thing out of the oven. So hopefully that looks decent there. We'll put a little curve on it. So we'll put these on like that. The closest thing to pottery I've gotten is Play-Doh. I used to love the smell of Play-Doh. Good evening. Hey, Cynthia. You resent the email this evening. Okay. I'll check it again then. Alright, I'm going to mark where I'm going to put it with the scribe tool. Okay. And directly across from that is here. So I'll come around to this side. Alright, now all I gotta do is etch it up a little bit. It had a misspelling. Okay. Alright, that's great, Cynthia. That's great. They have dry and set up a little. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They should dry and set up a little. But this is already starting to dry on me. That's my problem. I mean, I can re-moisten it for sure. I mean, the inside looks really nice. It's looking good. But this rim here is starting to dry on me a little bit. This will only take them, you know, what, 10 minutes? To put these on. I come back and clean them up a little bit more then. Trust me, they'll look awesome when I'm done. For sure. And will definitely look awesome when I'm done. Okay, now it's me. Oh, because you changed your name again, didn't you, Adrian? Welcome to a great live. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you very much. This is the one I want. Careful. All right. All right. You accidentally used Jeep Crew. How come you have so many different names? It makes it confusing. At least it does for me, anyhow. I never know which one you are. These here I don't cut off the bats. I just let them come off by themselves. I found the bottoms stay flatter that way. And I really don't have to trim them, you know. I mean, this is going to have a little bit of trimming down here, but it's not that bad really. So, but at least the whole bottom of it will be nice and flat. I mean, that's the experience I've had so far with these. So, I have 2 accounts, Murray, and I was logged in, excuse me, on Jeep Crew on your phone. Okay. So I want to make some butter bells tonight. As soon as I get these handles on, that's exactly what we're going to do. Did I ever tell you how much I love playing mud? I do love this. I don't know what it is about this stuff that makes me happy. I'm going to edit for now. You will be on the big screen now. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. I think that was close enough for now. Until he sets up a little bit, and then I can really put him where I want him exactly. But at least it gives you a good big handle to get your hand in here to get it out of the oven. You know, nothing small, and you know. And you know how it is when you have mittens on too. If you have mittens on, those things feel like huge gloves as it is, so you're trying to grab a small handle. It's not exactly nice to you, is it? Let's make sure that I'm going to be directly across from each other. Looks like I am. You tell me if I'm off, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on. Let's see. This is friend of Chan. Basically, there is me, Jeep Crew, in charge of Jeep Clan, and then there's Jeep Crew 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, I got you. Oh, hey Ben, how you doing? I'm doing well. I am. I'm sorry I missed your live. I did actually comment on your live on the video, but there are some very beautiful pots you're making there, bud. I think I need a lesson how to throw large items like that. It's something I'm not used to doing. I mean, I don't suspect I'm going to make a lot of large items, you know. I mean, it's like you were saying, because I did watch your video then, you know, and it's like you were saying, you get 3 of them in that kiln of yours. I mean, that's a that's a lot of cost right there, you know what I mean, just in one. You got to split that time up amongst 3 pots. So Alright, so I got them grafted in. And I actually think they look pretty close to each other now that I'm looking at it. So, anyhow, he'll be like that. And then, let's get this out of here for now. Now let me grab the lid. I can't put the lid on yet. But actually, it did dry up a little bit for me. So this is the lid that will go on it then. So, I think it turned out alright. I'm going to put a design around here. And let's see. I should put something around here too. Actually. And I think I will. I'll put a design around here yet. As soon as I find all my... Where to put all my stamps at? Ah, they gotta be in here. So, what I try to do is, for bisque firings, I'll make stamps up. So I made all these stamps. There's like a heart. There's a moon. And it's just, I made them out of clay, you know what I mean? So, there's a little roller. I got a bird. So all these I just make. I made this one here. So, let's see. They're fun to make for sure. Throwing big is a bit of a different method. But yes, some serious real estate is in the kiln for sure, man. It's a lot. There I did the Muirhead Pottery in one of them. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I just do this. I make my own stamps. So, a paw print. So, I mean, I got all kinds of stuff. I got numbers in here that I made. You know, numbers. So, I try to be creative with it. I got big rolly things. I got smaller ones. So, I just got a little bit of everything that I made. There's a little musical note that I made. So, you too should make your own stamps if you're a potter. I mean, I'm sure some of you in here probably already have done that, but and I can thank Mr. Simon for that, because I was watching him for quite a while now, and he's made one video on making your own stamp to stamp your pottery. And I thought, huh. I watched it and I had to make myself one. I made several of them, but alright, so what I'm going to end up doing, let's get this thing, let's put this over here for now. Let's put this back down. Then all I'm going to do is roll this around here, just to put a design on it. You know, and I don't think it has to be perfect. You know what I mean? I don't think it has to be perfect, but I want the glaze to run in it and make a cool design. There I pushed a little hard, but I'll pull him back out. So what I'll do now, since I put that on the lid, is I'm going to put that around the rim of that piece too. And then they can both sit and dry. Let's see. And the three are hardly even YouTube, so I'm fixing some things, and YouTube signed in there. It's a Jeep. Oh, okay. Oh, you're all right, Adrian. No worries, dude. No worries. Made fun. Make sure. I think they're fun to make too, for sure. I mean, they're definitely fun to make. Throwing big is a bit of a difference method. In the kiln, yep, I read that one. You know, it's cheap, your friend. So glad you're live, Murray. I need some Murray energy in my life. Okay. All right. So this guy, I did push that back out. So we're going to let him dry a little bit. And there you go. There's a little bit of a picture of it. I can't grab a hold of the top yet. Just put that on. But we're going to have to put something around here too. I'm just trying to figure out. I should have did that before I put the handles on. But here we are. Oh, thank you, Leah. So I'm going to try this method. It might fail, but I'm okay. I'll be all right. Let's see here. All right. Okay. I think that actually worked all right. I can barely see the line, but it's there. Oops, I just screwed it up. Get back here. We'll blend that in. Alright. That's that one. Let's see if I can do one down here. This should be a little easier. There we go. And now I'll take that same stamp and go around that spot. Marie is my online therapist. Yeah. This one here is set up on me just a little bit. It's still actually putting a design in though. I just have to make sure I put my hand in back of it just so I don't do anything I don't want to have happen, you know what I mean? Just I want to push through the clay. I think I did this before on a well, I did do it before on a piece, but I never put glaze on it yet to see what it looks like, but it should look pretty cool. Once these are cleaned up a little bit, looking a little bit smoother than what they are. Let's see, we're at 7:45. I'm only going to go to about 9 o'clock tonight. And I need to get a few butter bells in tonight. I really didn't think it'd take too long to get this here done. And I should have, this is the thing where if I would have been here all day, this would have already been done when it was in a good state. Because the problem is, as I cover this up, I go to work, I come back, it's still wet. I mean, really wet. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I can't get a break. It's kind of like it's either this way or that way. And because now it's just a little bit drier than what I'd want it to be. But I think we'll still be alright. If not, I'll recycle the daggone thing. That's just what we do as potters. If it cracks or whatever, it goes right back in the bin. At least when it's in this state. Once you've fired it, you're screwed. That's when you have lawn ornaments outside. I got a few of those. So yeah, so I put a little band around that too. So now the lid and the pot will match. So now let's get ready to do some butter bells. And I really haven't thought about how much clay I'm going to use for each of those items. I'm sure I got it written down somewhere. Because they're not in my tab that I have right now. And I have other tablets. So. Oh, hi Joyce. Well, I'm glad that you like watching people make pottery. Because I'm one of those pottery peeps. And I like making pottery. I'm also going to do this New Year's Eve. I am. I did it last year. I threw right through New Year's Eve. It was fun. Clean my bat up a little bit. And it's already soaking up right there. Alright. So let's get a good idea of how much clay we're going to need for this. Oh, come on. There we go. "21 degrees. It's pretty cold here too, dude. For sure. Alright, so that's a pound. I think I'm going to need more than a pound. Well, I won't need more than a pound for the outside, I don't think. Depends how big I want to make it. I like a pretty good sized butter bell though. Let's do like 1.5 pounds. That's going to be quite a bit. It's all going to shrink down. But maybe I can stick a whole stick of butter in the thing then. Look at that. I'm almost perfect right there. There it is. That's perfect. Alright. That's 1.5 pounds. Alright, so that's going to be the bottom. Now the bell part of it, is probably only 1 pound. But I can always cut it down if I need to. Let's just use that. That's about 1.2. Wow, almost 400 views already. That's pretty cool. Miscounted my stitches and had to completely unravel it. Wow. Sorry to hear that. That's gotta be tough to have to redo it. Alright, let's get rid of this. Alright. I am gonna be making something to put my tools on the edge of my pan. There ain't no doubt about it, I'm making something. It'll probably be 3D printed, but that way I can just kind of like stick them right in there. Right now I lay them in a bowl, which is okay, but you know. Alright, I'm going to put this guy down there too. Put you there for now. Alright, so this is the bottom half. Alright. That's life. I mean, I made it like 2 hours, so it's not the hugest time investment, but just annoying. I'm sure it is annoying, for sure. Oh, already up to 400 views tonight. That's good. I'm happy. It's only been an hour, so. I don't have my. This bat is really loose. It's annoying. Let me get my bat mate. Bat mate, bat mate. Ever since I got this bat mate, I love it. I really do love it. Don't mind the noise, that's my pipes. I really like this thing. Because if you have a loose bat, it helps a lot. It stops it from moving back and forth as you're trying to center. The highest it's been gotten over here is 101. Something in the road was hot. Alright, so this was 1.5 pounds. Did I ever tell you how much I love playing in clay? Yeah, I know, I've already said that. Alright, so that's pretty well the inside, I believe. That's pretty much what I want right there. Let's see how tall we make this thing, and we'll go from there. A lot of clay at the bottom there. I should have grabbed. We're still good though. Alright. It's actually looking pretty good. Be a pretty good sized bell in there. You're eating a whole bag of chips? Don't you know they're not good for you? Thank you to everybody that came in tonight. I appreciate y'all. For sure. Now I just pull all the slip off. Then what I really have to do is kind of create a little bit of a gallery in here. And I'm going to do this kind of a little bit different than some, probably. There we go. I think I like that shape. Nice big butter bell. At least it's the bottom of it, the butter bell. The butter bell we have to make yet. Joel. You got it. Just like Taco Bell, but with what? With butter. Have you guys ever had butter out of one of these? I mean, you put the butter in the bell, you put a little bit of water in here, and then drop it inside, and then basically the butter or the water seals up around the bell, so no air can get to the butter, and it keeps your butter nice and soft because you can let this out on your counter, and then that's what we do. But then you always have soft butter for your bread and that kind of thing. Nice throwing, Terry. You got to get it going. Have a good night. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for stopping in and hanging for a little bit. I appreciate you. You have a good night, and I hope you have a wonderful tomorrow. I gotta get myself another mirror. I do have a mirror that I used before, but it cracked on me. So, but I have a mirror here that I've used. It's like a locker mirror type deal, and it's a little dirty. But I like to have a mirror like right. I probably could still use that right there. But I had one setting up like in the corner of my thing, just like you, Joel. I mean, I got this idea off of Simon. So, but yeah, it makes it nice because then I can look directly in the mirror and I can see the shape of my piece without bending myself over all the time. So, it just makes it nice. If I want to get another one, I'd really like to have a taller one. But I don't know if that's where you picked that one up, Joel, or not. I don't know. That's where I picked up my idea of using the mirror. So I always clean up the edge at the bottom here. Always got to have a clean bottom. That way, you wire it off, you have less cleanup. It dries on the bat, then the bottom's nice and flat. It just makes it easier in the end, right? It's just less to do after you pull it off the bat. That's all there is to it. Yep, saw it on leech. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if anybody on here, you like to watch pottery, I mean, my gosh. If you ever turn into Simon Leach once, look him up on YouTube. He's an older fellow like myself, but he's been making pottery for his whole life too. Just sort of like Ben, that was just in here. And he's a wealth of knowledge. He's a great guy. I haven't met him personally yet, so. But anyhow, I will here soon, hopefully. We'll make a trip up to his place. And if you haven't caught Fresh Cup of Joel, you really should. He's making great progress. He's learning how to throw in a wheel. And I gotta say, for a guy that's just learning, it looks like he's a pro. So, y'all check him out. He's documenting his trip through pottery, basically. From starting, from the very first time he's put a piece on the wheel. So, it's a great process to watch, actually. So, if you haven't seen him, you should check him out. Yes, there you go. Simon Leach. Thank you, Joel. Hey, Joel, can you put your link up there? I know it might seem a little weird, but I don't mind. And if you have a minute, if you could grab Ben's there too. Or anybody else. I mean, we have lots of potters in this group. Every one of them is worth mentioning, by the way. I mean, they're all good, And if you like to watch this, I mean, you would have a lot of pottery to watch on YouTube. Between all of us. We got Swan City Ceramics. We have Ugg Chugs Mugs. We have Ben Wolf Pottery. Simon Leach is on there. We got Fresh Cup of Joel. and myself for all doing pottery. And of course, Leah, she makes jewelry. And she knits. Yeah, Leah. Years and years ago, I had a teacher who bought a box of mirror tiles, and we put duct tape around them, and we all used them. Worked great. Still use mine, yeah. I think they are great too, Gail. Well, I didn't stick that very good. He wanted to leave the bottom, the bat. Exactly, Gail. I think it's easier, you know. I think it's a lot easier. But that's the reason why I don't have mine up here right now, is because I broke it, and when you look at it, it kind of looks funky. So, thank you, Leah. Thank you very much. I watched my first live stream back the other day, and it was cool to see where I started. Exactly, Joel. Man, you started at the very, I mean, you didn't know what you were doing at first. You just knew that you wanted to try it. And it is fun to see. This piece does not like me. I don't know why. I'm having so much trouble with it. I don't know what its problem is, but we're going to straighten it out. Oh, it's got air in it. That's what it is. Last one is how to reach Murray until he gets an online store up. Thank you. Thank you, Leah. It's been cool to watch Joel. Yes, it has been. It's been wonderful to watch his progress. He's come a long way in just a few months. Long way. Hello, rough day. ASMR. Hey, how you doing? Kay, hi. Yeah, that's Kay, I guess, right? I can't keep track of everybody. Yes, you can see the profile of your piece. Exactly. I think it's much better, Gail. I mean, I love it, actually. And I'm sure you do, too, if you're still using it, you know? Mama is tired, ASMR says. An hour and a half of trying to center grade A content. You know what, though? You stuck with it. You stuck with it, and you got it. And now how easy is it for you? You know what I mean, dude? It's so easy for you now to center. Now what you're doing is you're working on your wall thickness, you're working on shapes. I mean, dude, you're kicking it, man. I just saw Murray's first live. Yeah, that was probably pretty nasty. I think I had one person watching me. And that was probably me on the other line. It's funny. Hey, you gotta start somewhere though. That's the thing. You gotta start somewhere. Just like Joel. You have to start somewhere, right? I mean, I was apprehensive about going online and doing this live, and so my first live, I'm sure, was kind of funny. But I knew I just had to jump in with 2 feet and just do it and try to keep doing it. So I never did measure this piece and what size I need to make this lid. All right. I don't know if you have one of these yet, Joel, but if you start making lids, you're probably going to want one of these. There, see, I'm already too big. They're called Lid Master. You are an amazing guy who loves his art and that you encourage others to. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. I love this. I love playing in clay. I come home, this is just awesome for me, to be honest with you. I love it. I do love it. I shall not lie. I love it as much as mountain pie. Alright, so what you're seeing me do here is this is upside down, okay? So this piece here will be the lid, okay? The top part that goes in the gallery that I created on the other piece. But once this is done, I'll actually put a knob on the top of this lid, so it's easier to grab. But the knob will be flared out so that you can actually set it up if you really wanted to. Or you can actually keep the lid just like this, flat. I've seen them like that as well. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I'm so used to it. Yeah, I like the mirror too, for sure. It makes it a lot easier. Yeah, man, it's coming second nature to center. Pretty cool feeling. It is. Yeah, once you've got it, you kind of like, okay, I just did that. Now what's next? And I think you worked on your walls pretty good too. I think you've come a long way there as well. Because it seems like you're starting to throw pretty thin now. Oh, this has got a freaking hole in it, doesn't it? I've got a nice big air pocket inside of this thing. Oh, that's not making me happy. But it's not going to just pop. Alright. I'm not happy with that, guys. I'm not happy with that. I mean, maybe it went away, but I don't know. This piece was a problem to start with, wasn't it? It didn't want to center for me very good. And that's because of all the air that I apparently had in this piece. And I really think, yeah, I don't like the walls. The walls are too thin right now. Let's start this one over. And I think what I'll do too is I'll add more clay to this one. This was like 1.2 pounds. I'm going to try the pound and a half for this piece as well. Nature. Yep. Murray, text me later if I forget to text you because I have it in my mind to get your address. Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's hey, you know what? If it doesn't get here by Christmas, it doesn't really matter. It's really all right. Because I need your address too. Yeah, so here you go. I mean, of course I had plenty of clay. So I had really plenty of clay at the bottom, as you can see. But you see my walls? Look how they're very thin. And for something that you're going to use for a butter bell, I don't think I really don't want them that thin. This is too thin. So yeah, we're going to remake this for sure. I just don't want this to be so thin. You know, because the first time it drops over, who knows, right? We can't have that happen. It's got to be quality. Quality. All I want for Christmas is a mug from all my fellow pottery people. A needle toilet. Oh yeah. Well, Gail, it was pretty bad. Not to mention, you saw how thin the wall was. I don't know. I wasn't happy with that. I don't do pottery, but I appreciate the process. In fact, my honey is watching you on TV as well as I can and juice. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, hubby. I should say Cynthia's hubby. Okay, let's do 1.5 pounds of clay and do this again. I'm still just lurking. Okay, Adrian, that's cool. I don't have any problem with that. Oh, I know you wouldn't mind either way, but I'm going to send it out tomorrow. Got to go to the post office for a few others, and then your top priority. Okay. Thank you, Gail. I thought too I did the right thing, you know. There's just no sense in having a wall that thin, and I could tell how thin it was, and that I think what I did, I got rid of the bubble, by the way. But when I did that, it made the walls too thin. Because I was trying to squeeze the bubble out, the air pocket. But that's what I get for trying to do that. But that's okay. This won't take long to... Oh, where to put my... Alright, this is way over a pound and a half, by the way. Way over a pound and a half. Whoa, boy. That's super close. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. I really got to clean my wheel out. You guys, if you see the inside of this thing, it's looking pretty rough. It looks like a freaking swamp. All right. This is a pound and a half. Let's see what we can do with this. This will be a lot better. It'll go a lot better. I always buy a mug from for every teacher I had to support them and have a piece to remember them. That's awesome, Gail. That's awesome that you do that. I want to start collecting mugs myself. Oh yeah, this is way better. This is way better. I didn't feel anything in this clay. Oh, you know what? I've been throwing the wet clay in that bag, that little bag, for a while now. I bet that's what it is. It really needs to be wedged up real bad. And probably mixed with new clay. Alright, so if I don't want to, well, I already have the gallery. So I do want the piece to fit into the gallery, which is, the gallery is this part. So I want my top to fit into here. So as you can see, I'm already way too big. But that's okay, because I can trim it up actually if I wanted to. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start pushing in somewhere around in here. Start moving that clay into this way. That way I have a bit at the bottom and I have some up here where I can create the bell. So I'm going to move it in. And I'm kind of already creating that bell up here. That wasn't intentional, but that's what's happening. Just to be fair. I have quite a collection. I have to switch to bowls. Alright. I know the lids, this is way too big. So like I said, I know that part. So let's just make the bell now. So I'm taking my center all the way down to where I'm pretty well flat right in here. And I don't want it to be as thin as that other one was. And I like to try to make this piece hold a whole stick of butter. Alright, I'm going to slow my wheel down now. And I may have to cut this off because I'm pretty sure it's going to be too deep for the other piece. So I'll just keep bringing it up till I got my side walls the thickness that I want. And then I'll just cut off whatever I don't need. Alright, the walls feel really nice now. They're roughly 3/16 thick, which is actually a pretty good wall size for this. And I got pretty well all the clay in the corner right here. So now what? Now let's check. Oh, see right there, I'm already too big right here. All right, down here is good. I could actually come out a little bit at the bottom. So we're going to have to bring this in further. Because what will happen is it won't fit inside the other piece. So we'll bring this bottom out just a little bit, and we'll bring it up, which it will probably gain more height. I'm not really stretching my clay much. That was just a move to try to straighten this body out a little bit. I'm gonna cup my hands like this, so I'm squeezing in like this to bring the clay in. It's funny, I used to always have my morning tea in Sam's mug, but for the last 2 years I've been addicted to Jeremy's mug. I broke the first one, he had to give me, and I had to buy one from the gallery store. Yeah, you know, once you get a mug that you really like, it's hard to go without it, you know? I know I'm that way. You know, I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea. I drink iced tea all the time, but even still, you get used to that. It just feels comfortable in your hand, you know? I'm a creature of habit, you know? So, probably most men are that way. I am. It's like this. If my wife moves my keys, I can't find them. They always got to be at the same spot every single time. Because I'll walk out the door without my keys. And then I'll turn around like, go back and look where my keys were supposed to be. And they're not there. Then I realized, well, that's why I didn't pick them up. Because my wife moved my keys. I think she just likes to pick on me sometimes. All right. I think this will fit a stick of butter. However, it's too deep. It's going to be too deep. So, we'll make it straighter. There we go. Yep. It's still a little bit big, guys. It's still a little bit too wide. I really outdid myself this time. I don't usually do that, but kind of outdid myself. All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. All right, we're going to keep it there. I'm not going to screw with it. That's exactly where I'm going to have it. This can all be trimmed up later on right here because it's obviously way too big. As a matter of fact, I should try to get it closer. So if I go probably like that. That's a lot closer. There we go. Anyhow, I didn't need 1.5 pounds of clay because I got to cut this off yet. There's my other tool. Some of my teachers over the years have given each student a piece of their work at the end of the semester. I'm very picky about my mugs. I'm picky about my mugs too. But that'd be sort of a nice gesture, you know. I mean, for the teachers to give the students a piece of their work, you know, the teacher's work, which is pretty cool. All right, so we got to cut this sucker off. So now I need to measure the depth. We obviously know that ain't going to work, right? And we need to measure from this point to here. All right. So what we can do, well, here's a paintbrush. Let's just use that. Go like this. I got to subtract a good bit there. So if I'm at that point there, oh, I probably only have to take off a ½ inch. That's actually not bad. I'm surprised. So we'll come down here roughly about a ½ inch. Remove it. Clean this up. And keep the edges nice and smooth. Let me close this up, see where I'm at this way. That's still just a little bit too tight there. Alright, so this is the inside opening of my other piece. So I can flip this around and it will fit. It will fit right in there. So that's perfect. That is perfect. And so it'll just fit right in. We'll put a handle on the bottom of this thing so that when it goes in the gallery, you can get in there and pull it back out. But that's probably about a stick of butter. Once this shrinks down a little bit, I think you can put a full stick of butter in that thing. I really do. It looks like you could. So, because like right now, it looks like it's more than a stick. It's what I'm getting at, because it will shrink. But I like to say, you know, we can try to get a full stick of butter in there, because you don't want to cut off a part of the stick just to put it in your butter bell, right? I mean, you kind of want to use the whole thing. Yep. I'm going to keep it right there. I think that's going to be perfect. I'm really happy with that. That will hold a lot of butter. I'm going to wire it. That way it'll help it dry a little bit better. Well, they stick on there. Where's my little tool at? There it is. Time to read. Stay well, everyone. All right, Joe. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate you. There you go. So the net, I don't want to tip it over that now. I already cut the bottom of it. But yeah, so you can kind of see how that's probably going to fit in there just fine. I don't know if you can see that. But anyhow, it'll fit in there just fine. I know it will. I just know it will. Alright. So that's the butter bales. You guys want to see how the, since I have about a half an hour, a little bit less, you want to see how the dolphins turned out so far? They're drying up nicely, by the way. I can show you the dolphins. I'm gonna get my hands a little bit cleaner to touch them because they're getting nice and dried up and don't want to mess them up at this point. Ugh. All right, guys. What do you think? I think they're looking pretty good. They're drying real nicely. They haven't come off of the bat yet. They're not ready. But they didn't crack yet. They're drying nice and slowly like I want them to. I got to clean up a little bit in the bottom here, which I'll do. I'll probably do that tonight, clean them up. But they're looking awesome. Yes, my gal. All right, here's a. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with these. Turned out really nice. They're both really about the same size. The tops are a little bit different, but I don't care. I like it. I like the way they turned out. I really can't complain about that. I really should make a couple more of these yet, too. I think they're going to sell rather quickly. So, I should make some more. There we go. There we go. Where's my other bats? Here's a bat. $631 views tonight. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Could be better, but it's not bad. I'm not complaining. I think everybody that subscribes really wants to be here anyhow, so I'm pretty happy with that. My subs are sticking around, is what it's telling me. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. What else do we got going on here? Hey, let's try to do a... I got time. Let's do a big mixing bowl. Ooh. Where's my... Alright. I need another bat. I'm not sure how I lost all my bats. We'll pull this one up. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. 25 pounds of clay. No, I'm not using all this. No. All right. I'm trying to think. Let's use, my gosh, I don't know if I want to use that much. Let's use about 5 pounds. Still here, Adrian says. Awesome. Awesome, dude. All right. Boy, that's so close to 5 pounds. It's going to take off a chunk here once. Now I'm under. Dang, that's how close I was. Alright. Let's make a 5-pound mixing bowl. This should be huge, by the way. Everybody needs a mixing bowl. Get this much clay. I like to wedge it. I had my wheel a little bit uneven, I think. Looks like we still have 12 people in the room. That's great. That's great. All right, guys. Huge, huge mixing bowl. There we go. I don't think that's coming off the wheel head. You know, I don't know why, but it always feels like the more clay you have, the easier it is to center. I swear I struggle with 1-pound balls so much. Like, it's so hard to, they're like so small, you can't hardly get them centered. But yet this is way easier to center. You know? $656 views already tonight. I'm saying it's past 8:30. You know where your favorite potter is? Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, guys. It's ready to get serious now. We're about to get serious now. That's roughly the foot that I want to have on my bowl. You need a good steady foot when you're mixing. And this bowl has to be a little bit thicker than usual. Mixing bowls take an abuse, for sure. It's a little bit warbly, but who cares? It'll be all right. Don't worry. It'll be just fine. The inside of your bowl needs to be that nice gradual bottom on the inside. You take little mixers in there, your handheld mixer or whatever, it needs to have that rounded edge. If it don't have that rounded edge, you're going to be probably cursing because you can't get that little bit in the corner to mix. What did I have for dinner? I had some sausage. I had, I think it was asparagus and some cheesy potatoes or something that my wife made. It was pretty good. $675. That's good that it keeps going up. It is definitely good that it keeps going up. I'm just being a little bit careful with this. I want to make sure that my wall thickness is just right. I need to get my sponge out. That's a lot of clay to move, and it gets dry too quick. That makes it a little bit easier using the sponge. Right. There, it took off a little bit. It got a little dry. Alright, here we go. You see, I'm keeping this lip a little bit heavier. And as you can see, the bottom is a little bit thicker too. Cleaning some of this water out of the bottom so I can see how round the bottom is. So make sure I got it where I want it, because I'm really at the point where I need the shape. Now that's some mixing bowl right there. I don't care who you are. That's a good sized mixing bowl. Wouldn't mind a larger one, but life. Thanks for the live as always, Murray. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you all stick around and watch me, to be honest with you. I'm happy for your time. I'm blessed with your time that you give me, you know? That's the way I look at it, to be honest with you. You don't have to sit here and watch me. You could just turn me off, you know? All right. And this is what we were talking about, a mirror. Because now, us potters that don't have the mirror, we're looking at the side of our piece, seeing how well it looks, you know? I'm going to open them up just a little bit more. Now what I need to do is gently clean the inside of this thing. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. Get some slip off of it. Yeah, you sure? Yeah. Murray's doing pottery again. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. There we go. I'll let you guys have a look in the side here once. All right. Okay. We did that. We did that. Let's finish the rim off real nice. I have to see who my wife is giving my retirement to. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Hey, look at it this way, though. You'll probably enjoy the food that comes out of these items. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. So there, I made a nice rounded, thick rim. So it's already a thicker bowl all the way up through, thicker rim. The base is thicker. This way, you're going to use this thing, right? You're gonna be beating on it, I'm sure. You know, that's how my wife uses her mixing bowls, and I'm sure there's nobody else is doing it any different. So I know I'd do the same thing, and I think this is a pretty awesome bowl. I really do. I like it. I like it a lot. Good stuff. Thank you. I bet she is a great cook. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's yeah. I think he grabbed the phone. He said, "I'm going to stop this buying right now." Don't worry, my store's not open yet. So. Yes, that's it. I love all my fam. I do. I call them family. They're kind of family, you know. I don't know anybody really. I don't know anybody that's on here, but I mean, after you chat with them for a little bit, you kind of get a little bit of feel for the people, you know. I mean, you guys have a better idea of who I am because of my mannerisms, the way I talk. Um, you know, you kind of have a better idea of who I am. And but for me, I can just go by chat and how people react in chat. And so I still call them, you know, they're like family. Because I think everybody in here is very nice. That's my opinion at this, you know, at this juncture. From what I can tell, everybody in here is very nice. All right. Oh, I didn't get. Well, I got a little bit of clay on my shirt today. She's juicing, so you all are on our TV. That's awesome. I'm on the big screen. Oh, man. That's just awesome. I told my wife she could do that too, but she doesn't do it. She uses her phone. All right, so I'm going to trim this a little bit on the bottom. And by the way, Cynthia's husband, I'm not sure your name, it doesn't matter, but thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate you out there. She told me. Vazlaka. I don't know what that is. That your name? Vaz? I'll call you Vaz. Hi. Hello. My pleasure, Jay. Okay, nice to meet you, Jay. She loves this group. That's awesome. I'm glad she does. It is a good group of people in here. It really is. And I'm going to be doing lives every day as much as I can. I'm trying to get my viewership up. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to reach that thousand subscribers. So it's taking a little bit of time, but that's all right. Okay. All right, Gail, take your dog out. Ooh, let the dogs out. All right. Let's see. Okay, I want you guys to see the inside of the bowl. Just so you can see that, you know, it's nice and smooth. I didn't cut it off yet. But there's the inside of the bowl. Hopefully you can see that. And I put a little swirl in there, you know. But every piece I make, I think about the user and how they're really going to use this stuff. And this is stoneware. This is tough stuff, right? But it's not like it can't be broken. So with all my pieces, I try to think about how's it going to be used, you know, and what can I do to help prevent breakage and that kind of thing. And mixing bowls is one thing. You just have to add more clay to it. You just have to. They get abused, you know. It's just one of those things. So I think it's a beautiful mixing bowl. It turned out really nice. Let's see. My other dish is starting to dry out nice too. Did you, were you on for the whole time, Jay? Oh, I heard about her East Tennessee sister. Yeah, Leah. Hey, Miss Jackie. "'Tis true," she says. Oh, you talking about the bowl? Yeah. Look at that mixing bowl. Look at the shape of that bowl. That's what a bowl should look like. Not some plastic piece of junk. You know? This is real. So it looks like the other dish is actually coming along pretty good. This is the other baked dish I did. This is a baking dish, but here's the top. So it's a dome top that will go on top of this. I can't pick this up yet. I just threw this today. So I can't pick it up and drop it on, but it goes on there like that. But again, it's one of my baking dishes to put in the oven. My wife will really like this one, I'm sure. And then what I was thinking about this one is as being a bread dish to bake bread in. I didn't make any lids for this one, but that's what I was thinking, is you could make bread in this one. But you can see the bakeware that I make. It's a little bit heavier, right? I mean, because it's going in the oven in and out, in and out. You're constantly using it. I feel like this stuff needs to be a little bit thicker. So that's why I do that. So, but yeah, that's a nice dish right there, I think. But yeah, the dolphins are looking pretty good, and all my other dishes. I can't wait to get this store up and running. I got so many things to put up. I mean, I've got mugs and mugs and mugs coming. I mean, guys, have you seen the mugs? I mean, these are just dried clay, of course, but I've got mugs coming. I mean, lots and lots of mugs. I mean, I have so many of these things. They filled my top shelf up. So I got to get to firing and then glazing. But I've got tons of stuff to do. So anyhow, hope you all had a great time tonight. Let me take you off the stand here. And I'll turn you around. This is my view. I got you all in the chat over here. There's what I'm seeing right there that you guys are seeing. And of course, all this other good stuff here. 768 views. It's not too bad for a night. So, anyhow, thank you all for stopping in and watching me, staying and watching me. I appreciate you all. It's your time. I appreciate your time. You know, you took the time out of your day to watch me make pottery, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. I appreciate y'all being here, and come back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, and we're gonna be making some more stuff. So I gotta get to making. I've got all kinds of stuff to glaze. I got stuff that needs to be bisque fired and then glazed, and then there's a lot of work. So, but yeah. But thank y'all. 209. Hey, I gained some subscribers. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. So, all right, Cynthia. Good night. Tell Jay thank you. Have a good night. And I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting tired, and sure the wife's getting tired and wants to go to bed. So, Leah, I'm going to go live after putting babies to bed, probably before 9:30. Okay. All right, Leah. I'll check you out if I get a chance. All right. So, all right, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and come back tomorrow night. We'll have some more fun, throwing some mud. All right, guys. We'll see ya.